Hi guys. Okay, I'm gonna do this zigzag. I guess you would maybe call it like a zigzag braid, but it's not the weave zigzag one. It's like a different zigzag one. Okay, let's just start it and then we'll figure out the name in a little bit. Okay, so I have 7/8 inch ribbon right here. This is, I believe, about 20 inches. I did both strands black, so 20 inches of this one, 20 inches of this one. The flat sides or the non-shiny sides are together. So shiny sides facing outward. I'm gonna put a staple right here. And I'm gonna try to do it as straight as I can across, okay? So the first fold is going to be this back one. You're going to fold it just like this over. And you're going to be making this perfectly straight across. Okay, then you're going to fold this top one like this. Making sure that those still add up. One second, let me check on. Y'all, my poor baby has been super sick with all that stuff that's going around. She's 5 months old, so. Okay. So then we take this top ribbon. You're going to fold it just like that, going straight up. And you do crease these as you go. And what I try to do is get the lines right there pretty much as close as possible. All right, see that? Okay, so then you're gonna take this top ribbon here. Crease it under, see? And then this one over. Now once you get to this point, you just want to flip it over. Okay, and then you're gonna start again how you did before, which was taking this back ribbon, putting it up, and then this bottom ribbon, this top ribbon, circle it around to match up over here. Everything should be square in order to keep it, nice and tight and even looking. And then you're going to go this way. Let me make sure I'm right. Hang on. Okay, so let's go back to where, remember, we were over here. We had everything going this way, and then I said, okay, at this point you want to turn it over. Okay, now you take the top ribbon, you flip it under, you make sure it's even, crease it, and then you take the bottom ribbon, match it over. Okay, again, this is where I kind of make sure those two creases are even. And then you take the top ribbon and you crease it over this way. This way. The top one, do the same. And now look, you're back in that position again. So what do? We flip it over. You take the top ribbon and you match it up. You fold it under like that. And then you take the bottom one, and match it over, like flip it over to match it. You always want to keep the two flat sides facing each other, and that the two shiny sides are always going to come around to be on the outsides. And then this one goes this way, and this one goes over to again complete it and make it shiny and shiny. And flip it over. See how that flat side is up now? So you know to bring this one over to make it have the shiny side on the outside. And then you're gonna flip the top one over and match it. Oh, there she is again. Okay. And turn it over in this way. Match it. Flip it. Turn it over. Julie. I may have to cut this video short before I get to the end, is what I mean. But I don't want to. So see, I just tried to go fast and see how that kind of got a little not exactly even. Okay. Now, and then flip it over. Okay. So I'm probably going to stop here. But I also want to show you this. So you could leave it like this, you know, where it's sort of puffy. But what I noticed when I did one all the way like this is that it sort of twisted when I had it hanging. Because then in that case, if you just barely get off, it'll start to not be exact and it'll kind of go like this as it's hanging. So I put staples here, 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 basically at all these little points to make it very straight. So let me show you real quick. So already I cut 20 inches of each one of these strands, okay? And it's already made a braid that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 inches, and we still have this much more to go. I'll keep going for a little bit longer while she's okay for a second here. I'll finish this up that way, and we're gonna turn that way. And remember, once it goes this way, that's when you flip it over and you start again. Up with your top one and match it with the bottom one, okay? But the way you know how to match it, you don't go that way because then that would be both of the flat sides showing. You always want to match it to where you come around and the shiny sides are showing, see? Okay, and then you want to flip this one under. Flip that one over. Turn it over. Okay, so I want to show you this really quick too. So now that I'm getting going on it, if you notice, so well, before I say that, let's do this. Okay, so I'm going to go back, sorry, to this. Okay, yeah, to this position. And if you have it laying down on something flat, it is easier to make sure everything is lined up. So I'm going to do a couple this way so y'all can see. But the video is just not going to be very close up. That's okay. And then you'll take this top strand, bring it over. And then the bottom one, and you bring it across. See, now, once again, you've got both shiny sides. And flip it. All right, now see what I mean? It starts to do like that sometimes. So, you don't want to do that because that could, especially if you're first doing it, it could get you messed up. So, you probably should be putting staples in it as you go. But since I'm only doing this small amount of ribbon right now, we're just going to go ahead and finish this out. And since my baby's coughing, and I may have to end this before anyway, I'm just going to try to finish it up. There we go. And when it gets both the, oopsie, both to that side, we flip it. There we go. I do these videos late at night because I have 4 children, my youngest being 5 months. The next one is 2 years old, well, 2.5. The next one is 5, and the next one is 10. She just turned 10. So everyone's in bed, my husband included, and then so I can do a little bit of something on my own without kids crawling all over me, because they would if they were awake. They would be right here with me. Okay. Yeah, you definitely would want to be stapling this as you go. But I want to see how much braid we'll get with this 20 inches on each side. Because I feel like with this one, you get quite a bit of braid out of the ribbon. And I'm gonna, well, we could probably do one more. Like one more little fold. But nah, let's just keep it at that. All right, I'm gonna go back and put some staples in it too, really quick. Here we go. One here. I'm also gonna just add a staple here since this is where we ended. All right, and then one at this little crease. There. And if anybody has better ideas on where to put the staples, let me know. I'm open to suggestions. And on some of the colors, of course, it hides it much better than black. And I could also get the color staples, I guess. They have those color staples. That would probably work best in this case, especially with black. Or could use a Sharpie, but then it ends up like rubbing off on everything else, and I really don't like that. Okay, so, oops, I missed one spot here, right there. Okay, so see how that made it like actually stay? Okay, 20 inches of ribbon yields, I'm gonna try to make it straight. There we go, okay. And that's 9 inches, 9, 10, 11, 12 inches from 12 inches of braid from 20 inches of ribbon. That's not bad in my opinion. It's pretty good. Okay, so of course you would need it longer than this in most cases, but here is the gist of it, and I will upload again and we can decorate it. I mean, I will maybe make a second video or something, we can decorate it. Okay, thanks guys. Have a good